Okay, so here we've got the first sound pics that we were learning. We've got s, a, t, p, I, n. And yesterday we started to write these sounds using a phrase. Let's see if we can remember. Which was the one about Nobby? Nobby had a net. And we said, down Nobby, over his net. And we did so well. And we also did the ah. So what did we say when we did the one for ah? We went round the apple, up and down the leaf. So today we're going to do all 6 of these. So let's start with s. So what we're going to say when we're writing our s is slither down the snake. Slither down the snake. So see if you could do that. Slither down the snake. Just do it with your finger, and we're going to do it on your boards in a minute. Slither down the snake. Slither down the snake. Okay, let's do our ah again. Are you ready? Round the apple, up down the leaf. Round the apple, up down the leaf. Are you ready with your finger? This time we've got, which sound's the next sound? T is the picture of t. Down the tower, across the tower. Down the tower, across the tower. What's the next one? P. Oh, it's a pirate. Are we ready? Down his plait and around his head. Down his plait and around his head. Down his plait and around his head. Let's do I with our fingers. Down his body and dot for his head. Down his body and dot for his head. And let's do our n again. Do you remember? Down Nobby over his net. Down Nobby over his net. Okay, so let's do them all again. Let's just do them once this time with our fingers. Are you ready to start on s? Slither down the snake. Ah. Round the apple, up down the leaf. T. Down the tower, across the tower. P. Down his plait and around his head. I. Down his body and dot for his head. N. Down Nobby and over his net. Now we've got 3 words here that we're going to write, and I've put a little blue spot just to show you where our pencils need to start. So we're going to do these on our boards, on our whiteboards with our pens. So are we ready? So you're going to write first of all on your board the first word. What's the first word? P, I, N. Pin. So write pin for me. Remember, down his plait and around his head. Down his body and dot for his head. Down Nobby over his net. So we've done pin. Now let's do sat. What's the word? Sat. Are you ready? Slither down the snake. Round the apple, up down the leaf. Down the tower, across the tower. Sat. Okay, you ready for ant? Ant. Round the apple, up down the leaf. Down Nobby, up over his net. Down the tower, across the tower. Well done. Okay, tops on pens. Some of you met the green frog yesterday when you were working with Mrs. Fowler. So the green frog is part of our family. It's part of our speech sound family. It's part of the speech sound cows family. What do you think it says at the top here? I, that's a tricky word, one of our tricky words. I am. a green frog. I am a green frog. I'm a green frog. Now what we're going to be doing when we're on our tables is we're going to be writing that sentence underneath. So can you see at the bottom it says what am I, and you're going to write I am a green frog. So I've put the lines and I've put the numbers so you remember how many sound pics there are. There are the same many sound pics as there are speech sounds. I am a green frog. There's a picture there in the corner. What a funny face. A frog with a funny face. And that's our speech sound frog. Hello, speech sound frog.
Hello? Hello? I'm the speech sound frog. I hope you're listening to Miss Emma and Mrs. Fowler today. Sometimes I can only speak in speech sounds. What's the word I'm saying? S, a, t. P, a, t. T, I, n. What are the sounds you can hear in this word? Fish. How many sounds? Fish. Did you hear 3? Sh.
Look, it's the green frog with the dog. It's the green frog with a dog. Now the frog is saying these sounds. K, a, t. What's the word? K, a, t. You heard it. But today he's got a sore throat. He's got a sore throat. So he's going to say the word, but this time he can't say the sound k. So what are the sounds he's still going to say? Did you hear it? So he can't say k, at. He can only say at. At. Oh, that's another word. At. What about this time instead of saying k, at, he can't say the sound t. So we won't have the sound pic for t either. What will be left with? K, a. Because he can't say t. So what are we left with? K, a. Ca. Is that a word you've heard of before? Ca? No, I don't think it's a word I've heard of before. Listen for this word. He's giving us the sounds t, I, n. itten, tin. But what about if his sore throat won't let him say t? He can't say the speech sound t. What's he left with? Itten. Is that a word? In. It is, isn't it? I got in the car to go to the beach. I got in. Always going to have that t back again. What was the word with the t? In. Tin. Now supposing he can't say the speech sound what would he say? T. I. T. Is that a word? Well, I don't think it's a word I've heard of. T. Oh, let's put the n back on. He can say n again. So back it is, t, itten, tin. The speech sound frog's going to be working with Mrs. Fowler today. And what I want you to do is listen for the word and think how many sounds are there. And then there's a speech sound frog has got a sore throat. Just think, well, what can he say? So really listen for those speech sounds. Can you remember seeing these pictures before? We've used these pictures before. I think they've called the dog Pat before. But why don't we call him Chip today? We can give him a new name. Chip. 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 Or you can call him Pat if you want to. Pat. So what's happening in here? We've got 3 pictures. We're going to write 3 sentences. Chip sat in the tin. The ant sat in the pan. Chip sat in the pit. He's in the sand pit, isn't he? So what you're going to do is you're going to cut these pictures and you're going to write 3 sentences so you can write a sentence for each picture. So here are the tricky words you're going to need and here are the sound pics. So we've got the and we've got was. And here are the sound pics. A, t, s, I, p, and ch for chip. So you'll have them on your tables to help you to remember how to form them. But remember, we've been practicing them already. So have a look at the pictures that we used to practice our a, t, s, I, p earlier on. Have fun!